What's up, people? It's been a minute since I posted a video. Hey, for those who don't know, my name is Coach Ajay, and I drive a bus sometimes. And yesterday, there was this pride thing going on in Seattle, because, we're in Seattle, Washington. Yeah. And pulled up to the bus stop. Now, if many of you ride the bus, you do know that we can take two wheelchair passengers or a wheelchair passenger and a walker. Yeah, we got two slots. And yeah, we refer to these people as ADA passengers, ADA, okay? So I was at Broadway. I don't remember the name of the street, but it's Broadway, basically Capitol Hill, yeah? And pulled up to the bus zone. There was obviously a wheelchair passenger waiting. I saw them firsthand because they were right there. Bunch of people standing around. So pulled up as normal, lowered the bus, lowered the ramp. The other people used the other door because when you're loading a wheelchair passenger, it takes a little bit of time. So everybody load from the back doors. Lowered the ramp, and the wheelchair passenger walked on. Pushed the wheelchair on, whatever you want to describe it. They got on. There was a walker passenger. This is the first time I've seen a walker that is wide the way this one was wide. And so that one came on. As I was about to close the ramp, because like I said, we can only take two. You only have two slots. As I was about to close the ramp, I heard there was two more wheelchair passengers, but they were not necessarily directly in sight. They were off to the side, to the corner. And when I'm closing up the ramp, they started yelling, and they wanted to get on, basically. So I said, I only have space for two, and I already have two on the bus. I can't fit you guys. All right. So basically, you have to wait for the other bus. This is not the first time they're riding the bus, so they know we can only fit two. They started to curse me. They started to call me a bunch of names, like the worst of the worst you can think of. Like, curse me out. Like, for a whole 10 minutes. Like, cursing me out. And, of course, at the point I'm at, I didn't say anything. But let them know, hey, I cannot take anymore because I already have two. And so they started saying, not racist, but how would you describe someone hating on ADA passengers, hating on wheelchair passengers? Right now, the word is not clicking in my head, but you can figure it out. Basically, that's what they were saying. I was being necessarily racist towards them. And I'm just like, the other wheelchair passenger that came onto the bus basically was somewhat talking back. She was on my side because I didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't disrespectful. And so to show you how serious the situation was, normally I could come out of my seat and walk inside the bus to go lock up the wheelchair passenger. I couldn't because the walker was blocking the walkway. So I had to walk outside and go around to the other door. Pull up the seats so that the wheelchair passenger can get into position so I can lock them in with the straps. Did that, and the person with the walker seems like they were with those two other persons in the wheelchair outside. And so while I was locking the other lady in, they said they wanted to get off because I was being a dick or whatever the case is. For whatever reason, hey, I wasn't disrespectful. And if I figure out a way to share the voice note on here, when I was talking to the other the other wheelchair passenger that came onto the bus, you could hear her basically saying what I just said. I wasn't being rude, right? She basically was saying to me that they didn't even want to get onto the bus until they see her getting on. And before I came there, they're literally there doing drugs. So they're up to no good. That's basically what the person was saying. The other wheelchair passenger was saying to me. So the bus have cameras, and so there is proof. And I also have this wheelchair passenger to share the experience of what I dealt with. She even apologized to me about the whole situation and whatnot. But anyways, so the walker passenger, when I was locking the lady in, said they wanted to get off, right? So they wanted to get off. When I got done locking the person in and was walking to my seat, the walker passenger sat down. And so I started to pull the ramp up to close the doors to leave. And when I started doing that, the two wheelchair passenger outside, the person who was supporting them, that was with them, basically put their hand on the ramp saying, no, we want to get on. I kept trying to get the ramp up. They stand on it and they're like, no, and started cursing me out, like literally cursing me out. Like at this point, I'm just like a piece of shh, like completely. And so I stopped moving the ramp, and finally the person with the walker decided to come up and, got off. But I'm just like, if you really still wanted to get, and then after that person was getting off, started screaming at me saying, I told you I want to get off, XYZ. But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, when I was going to sit down in my seat, why did you sit down instead of walking behind me to the door? Because the ramp was still down, so it's easy for you to get off. So instead of walking behind me, why did you sit down when you see that I was leaving? Like, what's the point, And so I just I just got super quiet. If you know me, when I get pissed off, when I get upset, I shut down. Like, I get super quiet, and I just left it alone. I let them get off, and left it to be what it is, because at this point I'm just like, yo, I'm not doing this. But they got off, and like the cursing went on. Like I could really actually think I still have a video. If I could patch it in on here, I'll patch it in so you guys can see part of what was taking place. Because at this point I was just waiting for my supervisor so they can come and handle the situation. Because I really didn't feel like saying anything. Like I said what I needed to say, and I'm not gonna go back and forth with people who are on drugs or probably intoxicated and they're just going off on me for no reason. Like, if I can't fit you, I can't fit you, and there's another bus coming. This is not your first time here, so yeah, I don't have much to say, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. Today is what day? Today is what day is today? What day is today? Today is June 29th. This happened on June 28th in Seattle. Yeah. It's your boy, Coach Ajay, checking out. Peace. Have a wonderful evening.